now for the water cooler buzz. The film Eat, Pray, Love comes out today. It's about a woman who travels the world looking for self-fulfillment after she realizes she's deeply unhappy with the life, job, and relationship she's built.
She goes in search of finding something that will change her life. So the question we have is, can you go on a spiritual journey without having to travel the world over? Author and spiritual advisor Jonathan Ellerby, PhD, here to buzz with us this morning. Good to see you, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me. Yeah.
So the idea of this, sort of proverbial soul-searching journey, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to rack up miles on the mileage plan.
Well, no. As someone who actually took the proverbial spiritual journey and did travel the world a few times, I can honestly say that I probably could have saved some money, because there's no question you can do it at home. And the truth is, most people have to do it at home.
But there is something to be gleaned when you see different parts of the world. The difference of culture and language and being a foreigner outside of your hometown, etc. Don't those things teach us more about ourselves?
Yeah, but I think if you look at the book and the movie Eat, Pray, Love, I mean, the two primary things that people can take home is, one, to follow your passions. Now, the woman in the movie and the book, she was a travel writer, so traveling around the world was an extension of her passions. But if someone has an interest in sports or cooking or needlepoint, it really doesn't matter what the passion is. It's about following your passions. The other thing is, it's about looking at life differently, and that's certainly one of the messages that I write a lot about, which is, can you look beyond what you've known? Can you put the stories and habits behind you and look at life differently? That's what the movie's about.
I always have the sense that people, are either sort of sunny people, or that phrase you hear sometimes, they have a dark cloud over them. And you tell me, it seemed to me the idea would be to try to dissipate that dark cloud.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, an expression my wife always uses is, take a different way home from work. Especially in a city like LA. I mean, we have worlds within worlds in a city this big. And a lot of people, they stick to the same routines, the same habits, the same expectations. And what they don't realize is that there's a whole world waiting to be explored just down the street.
So it's really about stepping outside of yourself.
Correct.
You know what I find sad too, and I think it happens to all of us at some point, you just feel stuck. And so many people can't change their job, move away, move to a new city because they have kids and they have a job and they have to pay their mortgage. So how
that's
does
me.
Yeah, that's most people. So how do you really follow your passion if you can't live your passion?
So I think there's two things that are important here. The first is that this idea of finding your purpose, a lot of people think it's about finding the right job. Finding your purpose is really about finding your unique talents and gifts and just being the best person you can be, whatever your job is. So even if you get in, you're doing a job just to kind of make the ends meet or something to that effect, it's about how you show up. It's about how you treat your colleagues. It's about how you treat yourself. And the other thing is, a lot of people today forget that their spare time is probably the most important time that they need to invest in, even if it's short. So you could have a difficult job, relationship, or health challenge. The question is, are you spending your spare time on the couch? Now, they got to watch shows like this. That's important.
You're allowed to be on the couch right now.
But once this show is over, then what are you doing? Do you have interests? Or are you stuck in a rut?
But
so
if
take some time.
Is watching TV.
You found yourself. Your passion.
I found my passion.
Well, but see, then you could volunteer down at the local TV station. So it's about getting involved, getting engaged. Take your interest to the next level and raise that vitality in your life. It doesn't need to be the perfect job.
Jonathan, this has been awesome.
It is, and I think everybody takes a little bit away from something like that. And for more information on your book, Jonathan, and his titled book, Inspiration Deficit Disorder, The No Pill Prescription to End High Stress, Low Energy, and Bad Habits. Go to KTLA.com.
You were a wonderful guest buzzer today.
Well done. Thank you, Jonathan.
You brought us tranquility.
He did, yes.
No, you told us.
Yes.